hit record and then we can get started. So nice to see everyone's faces. Yay, awesome. Let's get started. Welcome everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are at. For me, it's the afternoon and I had to work. I see like my screen is a little like flickering the light. I think it's because I'm working with a lot of different light here. Just because it will get dark throughout the next couple minutes. So I hope you will see me at the end of the class. But I will try my best to describe the postures as best as I can. So ideally, you can really keep your eyes on your own mat and you don't need to look too much at me or others. But yeah, definitely I'm here to support the practice. So let's come into child's pose right away. Let's come into child's pose onto your mat. And just bring your knees into the ground, your shins into the ground, and your arms on the sides of your body. And with your palms probably facing up, and then your third eye into the ground. And I'll just arrive here on your mat and let that sink in, that now it's time for your to be in your sacred place, to be on your mat. And the mat for me is really a place that makes me feel home, a place that makes me feel safe, a place where there's no judgment, no critic. A very nice place, a very intimate place. It's funny, when I arrived here, my mom stepped, while she was cleaning, she stepped on my mat. And I was like, Mom, you can't step on my mat. It's a holy, this mat is holy. You know how much work I put, how much I work on this mat? And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. But it was funny, it reminded me that, that when you practice so many years, it becomes something very special. It becomes a place where we can really work on things in our body and our mind emotionally, but also then taking that and really applying that and, off the mat, on the mat and off the mat. And that's why we call it yoga practice, because you're really practicing something here, right? And it really became more and more clear throughout the years to me that the asana practice, the physical practice, is only preparing us for the meditation, to be really able to sit still and be still at the end of our practice and to be able to sit longer in our meditation. And then just connect with your breath. And I really, there are no rules, as I always say, no rules. Just simply, do whatever feels good in your body. So I'm going to give you, I'd say, generic instructions, generic advice, and I really want you to make that personal, to individualize that. So whenever you have to come out of a pose, then come out of the pose. And it's really, it's almost reprogramming ourselves, because there's a program that's running, right? It's a lot of, for many of us, there's a lot of ego involved, and that's what we've been taught through the media, through environments. Can you practice to come out of a pose earlier and be kind with yourself? Can you break that program that tells you no pain, no gain? Because I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. So let's, practice today, touching our bodies gently and carefully and with love. And from here, take a full breath in and a full breath out. And really start breathing into your belly and really getting ready to connect with your breath and feel that stillness, that calm moment here. And I want you to remember this once you move throughout the postures and the flow. And I want you to practice to stay calm even if it feels really, really difficult. And from here, you can start bringing your hands in front of you and stretch them out in front of you. And then curl your fingers towards the left. And then a nice, sweet, gentle first stretch towards the left side. And bringing some movement into the body here and really just warming up our body. So you can be on your fingertips. You can be on the, bringing your palms into the ground and really stretch towards the left to whatever degree feels good in your body. So some of you might need to go a little further towards the left, some of you just a little bit. It doesn't really matter because it will be right perfect for you. And then take a full breath in and a full breath out. And bending a little more towards the left, and then rolling your fingertips back to the middle and going right over towards the right. Nice stretch here in your left rib cage, and you can rest your forehead into the ground. And with every exhale, you breathe freely and deep. Breathing in and breathing out. Stretching a little further towards the right and come back to the middle, to center, and tuck your toes, come into the palms. Bring your hands into the ground, bring your knees into the ground. Tuck your toes, and then from here, let's do a couple power cat-cows. So stretch your right leg out behind you and lift your right leg up. And then look up, long spine, long neck. You can look slightly up or you can look towards your mat and really all your 10 fingers really rooting in towards the ground, your shoulders right underneath your wrists. And then let your whole right side and left side of your legs work here and stretch your leg up a little further and a little further. And then you'll notice you'll come into a slight arch in your back here. So this is our cow. Inhale and then exhale, drawing, bend your right knee and bring your right knee towards your right elbow. Exhale, cat, round your spine. Inhale, draw your right leg back, arch your spine. Exhale for cat, draw your knee towards your elbow. Inhale, back up to cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale into cow, stretch your leg back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, right leg back. Nice. And then do a couple here on your own, okay? On your own breath. As you exhale, you come into cat. As you inhale, come up. Really lengthening everything you can lengthen here in your cow. And then arch back. Rounding your spine, tuck your navel. Inhale, arching the spine, let the belly drop. 2 more. Nice. And then keep your right leg lifted. Okay, press your right hand firmly in towards the ground. Reach your left arm forward, so diagonal. Your left arm forward, right leg back. And then as you were to come into a cow, lift your left arm and your right leg a little higher. And really feel that energy drawing forward through your arm and drawing back towards your right leg. Pulling you forward and back. Lengthening everything you can lengthen here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your left hand back into the ground and tuck your back toe, your left toe. And then shoot your right leg 90 degrees towards the right. Yes. You'll feel that. Waking up the body. Okay, and lengthen your right leg as much as you can to your own degree. Breathe deep. Inhale and exhale. Bring your right leg back, your right knee back into the ground. Let's move through the other side. Left leg lifts up behind you. And coming into a few cat-cows here. Inhale, arch your spine, let your belly drop, cow. Exhale into cat, left knee to left elbow. Round your spine. Inhale, draw your left leg back. Cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. And then do a few here. Again, on your own breath, on your own rhythm. Really warming up the spine, warming up the body parts to prepare for our practice. We're already in our practice. And then 2 more here. You can come anytime into child's pose, anytime you need to. Take a break. Okay, and then keep your left leg lifted. You can tuck your right toes or untuck, whatever feels better for your knee. You can also bring a cushion anytime right under the knee that's on the ground. Okay, press your left leg back like there's an imaginary wall behind you. Tuck your navel in, strong core. And then reach your right arm forward. Now energy drawing forward, shooting through your right arm. Press firmly into your left hand. Strong left arm. And then can you lift your leg and your arm a little higher? You can look down towards your neck so you have no wrinkles in your neck. A long spine, lengthening everything you can possibly imagine. Drawing forward and back. Strong right leg. Breathe here and then almost arch a little back. Can you lift your limbs a little higher? Nice. Your right hand back into the ground and then bring your weight onto your right hand and your right leg and then shoot your left leg out towards the left. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Ooh, you'll feel that. And then keep it lifted. If you have to put it down on the ground, put it down on the ground. Okay, breaking the program that you have to make everything perfectly. You have to keep it lifted. No, maybe you take a break. Maybe that's way too much. And we're bringing your left leg back, right knee back into the ground, all fours. And then bring your hands a little further into the ground towards the top of the mat, tuck your toes. And then come into your first downward facing dog as you lift your knees off the ground and bring your tailbone up towards the sky. Okay, and here, your down dog might look different than mine. Maybe you need to pedal your feet. Maybe you want to take your dog for a walk. Maybe you come into an elephant version where your feet are met with distance apart. And maybe you bring movements into your hip. Maybe you check your hands. Are you using the whole space of the mat? What I want you to do is wrap your underarms together so that you come out of your shoulder sockets. And maybe your heels are touching the ground. Maybe your heels are lifted. It really depends on your body, and every body is so different. Anyways, you will get the benefits, the full benefits out of this. Everybody will get the full benefit. A slight bend in your knees. And then deep breathing here. Breathing in, tailbone up. Breathing out and sink a little further. Down with your head towards the mat and your hips up towards the sky. Okay. Let's bring the left hand onto your right knee, pressing your right hand firmly to the ground. And then looking towards the right, or maybe you can towards the ceiling, right underneath your right armpit. Okay. And then you can bring your left hand as close to your right ankle as you can. Okay, figure out where's your own individual sweet spot. This is a lot of strength in your right arm, so warming up the upper body. A lot of strength. If you can't hold anymore, come into regular down dog or come into child's pose. Battle the ego, fight the ego. The ego is saying, stay here, but it really feels not good in your body. I want you to come out. And then one more breath, and if you're still with us, bring your left hand back into the ground, down dog. Deep inhale and exhale. Other side. Bring your weight onto your left hand and then grab with your right hand, grab your left calf. Looking underneath your left armpit or towards the left side. The room, or maybe you even have to look towards your mat if that feels better in your neck. Okay, now it's up to you. How far do you want to bring your right hand onto your left ankle? Okay, and breathe deeply and let your head relax. And if you have problems with your shoulders, that's probably not the right place for you. Okay, one more breath. If you're still with us, bring your right hand back into the ground, down dog. And working through that tension, working through those moments that feel like we just want to get out of the pose and move on. Can we remain a little bit longer in a posture so that we can gain the full benefit and that we can calm the mind and practice staying calm when something actually is really difficult. Okay, and then from here in 6 inches increments, step forward and towards the top of your mat. And here, really folding your torso close and towards, melting towards your thighs, forward fold, Uttanasana. And I almost feel like I've never gave this posture enough credit. So let's stay here for a moment and take a couple deep breaths. So your hands resting in the ground. Finding some stillness here and enjoying that beautiful stretch in the whole back side of your body. So let's give this pose more credit than it usually gets. Because isn't that the posture that is so important, that you never want to unlearn, that you always want to be able to come in when you will reach for your grandchildren or you will put on your shoes. Okay, and then reach your arms from here, airplane wings, your arms left and right, stretch them out. Okay, torso still maybe touching your thighs. Just bend over to your own degree. Let your head relax. Airplane arms. And then inhale, lengthen your spine. So looking down towards the ground, long spine, long neck. Deep breathing here. And then inhale, come all the way up towards the sky. High prayer. Look up. Ooh. I feel that now my bloodstream or blood's going up and down. Maybe you bend a little back. And then exhale, airplane wings, and fold over your legs again. Hands into the ground. Inhale, glaze up. Long spine. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Okay. Hop or step back into high plank. Okay, in high plank, wrist right underneath your shoulders. Energy drawing through your legs back, strong core, looking onto your mat. Long spine. And drawing back with your heels against that imaginary wall. Breathe here. Full breath in. Full breath out. Can you lower your sit bones a little further so that you're in a full plank? And then exhale, bend your elbows and lower all the way down onto the ground. Untuck your toes, keep your hands where they are. Inhale, press into your hands, come up, cobra. So cobra might be really low here, or maybe you feel warm enough, you can come up a little further and lengthening and straightening your arms, but still very early on, first cobra. So be gentle with yourself. And roll your shoulders back and together. And then exhale, chin into the ground. Inhale, come back up, cobra. Exhale, chin into the ground. Inhale, come up for cobra. Exhale, chin into the ground. Inhale, come up for cobra. And maybe we stay here for a moment. Okay, so usually what happens is there's a lot of pressure in the lower back. You want to take out the pressure in your lower back a little. Maybe you bend your elbows a little further so that the strength doesn't just come out of your lower back, but it also comes out of your mid back and your upper back. And that's also where you can curl back, and not only curling back in your lower back. Okay? Relaxing the legs here. Full breath in and full breath out. Come back with your chin into the ground. Tuck your toes, press into your hands, press into your hands up into high plank. And then into down dog. Exhale. Okay, moving through a couple sound salutations here, and then step by step walk towards the top of your mat. Folding over your legs, melting down. Inhale, glance up, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, airplane wings. Arms stretching out towards the sides. Inhale, come all the way up towards the sky, high plank. Exhale, airplane wings, forward fold, Uttanasana. Step your right foot back, hop or step back into down dog. Move forward, shift forward, high plank. Active core looking down. You can come knees, chest, chin into the ground. Or if you want to, bend your elbows and lower all the way down onto your belly. Untuck your toes, keep your hands where they are. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, all the way down, chin into the ground. Tuck your toes, press into your hands, come up, high plank. Exhale, down dog. And then step by step towards the top of your mat. And then from here, forward fold. Inhale, glance up, lengthen everything you can lengthen here. Exhale, melt down, airplane wings. Inhale, come up. High prayer. Exhale, melting down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Hop or step back into high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly, bending your elbows, untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra. Maybe this time you come up a little further. Exhale, chin into the ground. One more time, inhale, cobra. Exhale, come all the way down, chin into the ground, tuck your toes. Press up, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Nice. We're warming up our body and really bringing movement into all those different limbs. Okay, here for a moment. Bring all the weight onto your right hand, the right side of your body. Well, actually, spread the weight evenly in your legs. We'll bring your weight onto your right hand, and then here, down dog, 3-legged down dog. Lift your left hand off and bring your left hand, finagle your left hand between your scapulars. And bring your hand as close up onto your upper back as much as you can. Okay, so your palm is facing up towards the ceiling now. A lot of strength in your right upper body, in your right arm. A nice stretch in your left shoulder. Okay, the higher you bring your hand, the more you will stretch your left shoulder. Full breath in and full breath out. Okay, can we stay calm here while we feel our right arm is burning and quite difficult pose. So you can come out anytime. It's up to you, and touching your body gently. One more breath, and if you're still with us, bring your left hand back into the ground. Classic down dog. And then with your next inhale, bring your right hand with your palm facing up and finagle your right hand between your scapulars. Okay, spread your weight evenly in both your feet. And can you bring your right hand a little further up? So if you're righty, that might feel a little more difficult than the left side, since we tend to have a little bit of more bulky arm here. If you're lefty, and that's the other way around for you. Nice stretch in your right shoulder. One more breath. And then bring your right hand back into the ground. Whew. And then step by step, walk towards the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, glance up, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Airplane arms, wings. Inhale all the way up towards the sky. Maybe a slight back bend here. That feels good. Exhale, melt down towards the ground. Hop or step back. High plank. Knees, chest, chin, or bend your elbows, lower all the way down into your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra here. Exhale, lower all the way down. Chin into the ground. Tuck your toes. Press up into high plank. And then exhale, down dog. Oh. Nice, everyone. All right, deep breathing here. And with every exhale, imagine there's a hook on your sit bones, and it's really drawing your sit bones up towards the sky. Remember to wrap your underarms together so you're not locked up in your shoulders. Okay. And then inhale, 3-legged dog, right leg lifts. And open up your hip. Bend your knee here, and you can draw some circles. I think I told that last class. One teacher was saying, you can write your name now with your knee. And I was like, how does that work? So if anyone figures out how that works, let me know. I can only draw circles here. Okay, I'm back to center. And then gently swing your right foot in between your hands. Low lunge. You can come up on your fingertips here. And then bring your left knee to the ground. Untuck your back toe. Okay, if you have a block, you can use your block now. Bring your hands on the inside of your right foot. So maybe bring your right foot a little closer towards the right side of your mat. Okay, maybe slide your left knee a little back. And now to your own degree, and remember, really touching the body gently here. You can stay up on your hands, or if you want to, you can practice bringing your forearms into the ground. But remember, we're still early on here. Or if you have a block, you can bring it on the mid-level and bring your forearms onto your block, or a pillow, or even books. It took me 10 years to get blocks. It took me 10 years to get blocks. I think one of my coworkers, Laura DeLuca, she was seeing it on one of my classes that she took online. She's like, she just got me a second block. I had one block and I don't know why. She got me a second block to my birthday. She's like, happy birthday. I think as a teacher, an instructor, you need 2 blocks. Okay, you can let your right knee and leg fall towards the right if that feels good to you. If that is all too much, way too much for you, you can come up here and bring your hands onto your right knee and bring your torso up. Or you come into child's pose, or you come into down dog and you move through your vinyasa. Okay? And then you meet us here once you're ready. A nice deep opener here in your right hip. I'm breathing deeply and freely. So there's no restrictions in your breath. And most importantly, wherever you are, and no matter how difficult it is, and actually your breath will tell you when to come out, when it's too much, or when you can challenge yourself a little more, when there's a little bit more room. Okay? If you're on your elbows, come onto your hands. And then bring your foot back to center. Tuck your back toe under. Lift your left knee. And then from here, actually, spin your left heel down into the ground. So it's like warrior one relax, okay? Your right knee still bent. And you can use your block if you have one, or without. Bring your right hand into the ground on the outside of your right foot, reaching your right arm up towards the sky. So for some of you, that might be way too much. You can come onto with your right forearm on top of your right thigh and modify here. Or maybe onto your block on the outside of your right foot. Most importantly, can you really open up the whole left side of your chest here? And the whole left side of your body, basically, your left hip. Reaching up, maybe looking up towards the sky, towards your left hand. And really calming and quieting the mind here and practicing how to stay calm and how to not react when things get really difficult. Breathing in, breathing out. Can you sink a little further down? And can you actually feel your back pinky in the ground, rooting in the ground? A strong foundation is very, very important. And then reach your left arm forward over your head. You can stay here. You come with me into a crunch. Reaching your right arm forward as well, framing your head. Ooh, that is intense. You should feel that in your sit bones. Active core. And then open the left side. Don't collapse here. Open the left side of your body. You come a little further up if this is too much. Breathe free and deeply. Most importantly, if this is too much, you come back onto your block. Back onto the mat. Breathing in. One more breath and exhale, right hand back into the mat on the outside of your right foot. And then come onto your left toes, left hand into the ground on the inside of your right foot. Counter twist, right arm up towards the sky. Ooh. Nice. And deep breathing here. Full breath in, full breath out. Nice. Back to frame your right foot. And firing up a little bit a little bit more right thigh. Spin your back heel down again. And then inhale, you can come onto your fingertips. Breathing in, breathing out, and then eventually come all the way up into warrior one. Oh, yes. I feel it. Difficult moment. Can I still breathe calm? Can I still remain with my breath? Okay, if this is too much, you can lengthen your right leg. You'll release the sensation in your right thigh. Breathe here. Tuck your navel in, relax your shoulders. Feel your back pinky, all your 10 toes rooting into the ground. Can you sink a little deeper? Can you bring the prayer in front of your heart if that gives you focus? You can close your eyes. And then lengthen your right leg anyways. Hop your back foot a little closer towards your front. And then spread your arms sideways. Turning your right hip, both your hips towards the left. Reach your right arm forward, 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 forward until you can come forward anymore. And then bring your right hand onto your calf or your leg or your knee, reaching your left arm up towards the sky. Trying. Okay, here we tend to collapse. Like the body wants to protect, but open up the whole left side here, okay? Maybe that means you come onto your block. Block on the inside of your right foot. Nice for beginners. I always love to use blocks because it really helps when you come so much deeper into postures. And the benefit is so much bigger. Maybe looking up towards your left hand, towards the sky, or maybe it's too much for your neck. You can look down. And then eventually from here, come from here. Bring both your hands back into the ground with your hips pointing forward and both your feet pointing forward. And then from here, let's take a fly. Let's fly up. Bring the weight onto your right foot, lifting your left leg off the ground and then airplane wings. Whew. Yes. Looking down towards your mat. Focus and concentration. And can you lower your left hip a little down and really shoot that energy through your leg and back. A nice long spine and long neck, strong arms. And can you lift your limbs a little higher? Activate your core. Hands into the ground, left foot right next to your right, forward fold. Breathe here for a moment while I check the time. All right, breathing here. Relax for a moment. And then switching the leg. Bring your hands onto your hips. And then come all the way up. Bring the weight onto your left foot, bringing your right knee with you and your right knee into your torso. Nice, breathing here and just playing around with your balance. You can, bring your hands onto your right knee. And just a nice lift in your chest. Strong core, strong left leg. And then from here, about 1 centimeter, a couple inches, bring your right foot, the outer edge of your right foot on top of your left thigh. Couple inches above your left knee. And you can stay here. Bring a prayer in front of your heart. Work on your balance. Smile. You can bend your left leg a little bit. Come a little lower, come a little lower, wherever you are. Some of you might need to come lower to feel anything here. If you have a full benefit here, it's pretty amazing. Some of us who are hyper flexible, come a little lower. You can even bring your arms onto your right shin and breathe. One more breath. And then come back up, bring your right knee with you. Airplane wings, spread your right leg up and behind you. Breathe deeply. Frame your left foot with your hands. Bring your torso closer towards your left leg. And then bring your left hand into the ground. And for Adha Chandrasana, half moon, open up the whole right side, reaching your right arm up towards the sky. Looking towards the right, balancing on your left leg, maybe on your fingertips, or maybe you have a prayer in front of your heart for an extra challenge. See where your breath takes you today. Okay, you can have a block right underneath your shoulder, and your hand is anyways right underneath your shoulder. Okay, one more breath. And then exhale, back to frame your left foot with your hand standing split for a moment. And then exhale, right foot next to your left. Whew. Forward fold. Step or hop back into high plank. And then lower down all the way onto your belly and tuck your toes. It's been a while. Be gentle. Inhale, cobra here. Exhale, lower all the way down. Chin into the ground. Tuck your toes. Lift up, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Whew. Full breath in. Full breath out. Left leg rises. 3-legged dog once you're ready. And then open up your hip here. Draw your name or your wish, your Christmas wish. I don't know how that should work. But it's nice. It's nice to open up the hip here. And then come back to center. And then really hyper gently swing your left foot in between your hands. Breathing deeply and free. And then here, low lunge, runner's lunge, maybe on your fingertips. Bring your right knee to the ground, slide your right, untuck your back toes, your right toe, and maybe slide your right knee a little further back. Okay, remember here, now we're gonna bring our left foot on the outside of our mat, a little closer towards the left edge, and then you can stay up here onto your fingers, your fingertips, or your block. It's nice sometimes to just stay up and have an extra stretch and, opening in your chest, particularly if you feel like you like to work a little bit on your heart space today. You can bring your hands onto your left knee, thigh, or you come into a little bit of a different variation when you bring your forearms into the ground and your palms into the ground, into the mat, facing down, and then you can melt to your own degree. You can melt down towards the ground. For everyone who still doesn't feel much, maybe you come up onto the outer edge of your left foot and bend your leg and lean it over towards the left. Whenever, for everyone of you who feels the mind is drifting, that's so normal. So just take a full breath and in, and then pull yourself back into the present moment, into the present time experience, which is really being here on your mat and You know, working through all that tension in your body, releasing tension in your body, touching all those different places in your body that maybe haven't been touched for a long, long time. So that you can walk out of this class and feel so much lighter. And we all know that we have emotions lingering in different body parts and, you know, sometimes even creating chronic pain, psychosomatic symptoms. Maybe you feel we feel a little bit lighter once we walk out of this class, mentally, emotionally, physically, resolving tension. And then once you're ready, you can come back with your hands on the inside of your left foot. Tuck your back toe, lift your right knee, right hand on the inside of your left foot, reaching your left arm up towards the sky, counter twist. Full breath in and full breath out. And then bring your left hand back into the ground, your left foot in the middle and between your hands. Come onto your fingertips for a moment. Spin your back heel down. It's like warrior 1 feet. The front heel is aligned with the back arch. And then on the other side, bring your left hand on the outside of your right foot, your left foot into the ground. That will be fine. And reaching your right arm up towards the sky as best as you can, to your own degree. And there's really not such a thing as no pain, no gain here. Should really be like no gentleness, no pain, and no gentleness, no gain. And touching your body gently. And then you can even come here onto your block, or you can bring your left forearm on top of your left thigh and reaching your right arm up if that really is too much for you. And check in with yourself. Where's your breath at? A nice opening here in your left hip growing, the right side of your body, your right hip growing. Your back pinky firmly rooting and pressing into the ground, all your 10 toes. You can lift them up for a moment and bring them back down. Okay, now hop your back foot. Oh, start lengthening your left leg. Okay, bringing your torso up maybe a little bit more. And then bringing your left hand. Actually, come all the way up and spread your arms sideways. It's a much nicer way to come into triangle from here. You can hop your back foot, your right foot a little closer towards the left. Now your hip points are pointing forward. And then reach your left arm forward, 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 forward. And then you fold in your left hip. Okay, bring your left hand onto your calf, or maybe even grabbing your left ankle, reaching your right arm up to your own degree. Maybe with the block on the highest level on the inside of your left foot. So you don't collapse here on the left side of your body with your torso. A nice deep opening in your heart space, and let your heart lead the way. And strengthen your core, right? Oh, we actually skipped the crunch, guys. So let's come into a triangle. Reach your right arm up towards the front of the room, above your head. And then if you want, you can reach your left arm also and frame your head. This is the triangle because, ooh. But if your mama could see your face now, she doesn't want to be concerned. So maybe you put a smile on. Can you put a smile on? And strong core here, strong core. Strong core, strong legs, strong arms. One more breath. And then exhale, bring your left hand back onto your left leg, reach your right arm up. Exhale, moving, looking forward, pointing your toes forward, framing your left foot with your hands, lengthening both legs, and then shift your weight onto your left foot, lifting your right leg off the ground, reaching your arms, airplane wings towards the sky. Can you bring your right hip a little lower, your right leg? So your hip points are really, your hips are, both sides are equal, on the equal height. Can you lift your limbs a little higher? A little higher. It's almost finding and arching your back. And then bringing your left hand, actually we were here, yes, I know. Bring your right foot into the ground, forward fold, Uttanasana. Actually, we're coming from here. Bring your weight onto your right foot. It's a little bit of a different transition, but anyways, bring your left knee into your chest, up with you. Come up, hands onto your hip. You can grab your left knee here. Breathing here, finding a lift in your chest. Guys, I'm a little forgetful today. I think that's a jet lag. So you might not be 100% balanced here, but what I forgot on the other side was reaching your arms up and reaching your left leg out towards the front. Here, breathe deeply, strong core, strong right leg, stronger left thigh. Lift it up, lift it up, lift it up. And then exhale, dive forward, lift your left leg towards the sky, forward fold. And framing your right foot with your hands, drawing your nose towards your right knee. Bringing your right hand right underneath your shoulder. Adho Chandrasana, half moon, open up the left side of your body. Lift your left arm towards the sky. For everyone who needs an extra challenge, you can bring the prayer in front of your heart. Or have a prayer, or bring your right hand onto your right shin. Most importantly, open up your chest. Maybe you can look towards the left. I can. I definitely can right now. Maybe you're in child's pose. In fact, if your breath feels restricted, you can't breathe freely, definitely come out of the pose. And then back to center, hands framing your right foot, standing split one last time. Lift your left leg as high as you can. And then bring your left foot right next to your right. Shake it out, forward fold. You can grab your opposite elbows now and swing yes, yes, and no, no. Guys. And we're on time. Time is crazy when we do yoga. I don't know, it's too fast. So step back or hop back into high plank. Strong core. Okay, you can stay here. You can come into down dog. You can come into child's pose. But if you want to come with me, bend your elbows. Lower halfway down. Chin touches the ground, but your nipples doesn't. Exhale, actually, come back up into high plank. Inhale, lower halfway down. Exhale, come back up, high plank. One more time. Inhale, lower halfway down. Exhale, high plank up and into down dog. Step your feet forward towards the top of the mat, slowly and with love and gentleness. Forward fold. Chair pose for a moment. Sink deep into your hips. Reach your arms up towards the sky. And then your arms forward, palms facing up. Slowly and control, lower all the way onto your Sit bones. We made it. Awesome. From here, roll all the way onto the back. With your knees into your chest and hug your knees and bring your forehead as close to your knees as you can. Giving yourself the biggest hug. And then airplane arms into the ground, palms facing down, and then your knees still bend into your chest. Let your legs fall towards the left as you gaze towards the right. Full breath in and full breath out. Nice. Lowering your heartbeat now. Switching to the parasympathetic system and really getting ready for our meditation. How nice that we were able to resolve some tension in the body. And to really, start this day or wherever you are to, walk through this day with less tension in the body, less tension on the mind. Feeling emotionally a little lighter or very light. Very, very light. Twisting towards the right. And then bring your knees back to center, other side. Let your knees and legs drop towards the right as you gaze towards the left. Really see if you can rest your shoulders in the ground and really bring your left shoulder into the ground. You can close your eyes. A few more breaths here. And with every exhale, with every out breath, you let yourself soften a little further. Let go, let go. Is there any tension you're holding in your body that you're still holding on that you're not even aware, you were not aware of, and become aware now? And you soften that area. Your belly, your jaw, your forehead, your fingers, your buttocks. And then your knees back to center. And give yourself huge hug your knees into your chest. Bring your forehead towards your knees and squeeze everything you can squeeze. And squeeze it in, squeeze it in, and squeeze it in. And then exhale, release. And Shavasana, let your limbs and your arms and your legs fall out and stretch out and just feel like you're this big starfish. You can close your eyes here. You can close your eyes or you can find yourself gaze. Relax. And this is really the moment that we've been working up to throughout the last 60 minutes. Believe it or not. Notice how your body feels and notice any shifts. This is the first time in the class that I don't ask you to really, to breathe deeply, but just let your breath naturally flow and it's probably a little more subtle. A little bit more flat, but still very rich and kind of clear. So the asana practice has been preparing us for this moment so that you can really tune in to yourself and become quiet. How can you listen to someone else? How can you be receptive to the world around you if you don't become quiet in the first place? Isn't calming the mind the number one most important thing in this world? All besides, food and all the essentials that we need to survive. But isn't that calming the mind right after all of that? So that we can have healthy relationships. For me, at least, that's really the most important thing in my life. I want to have healthy relationships. I don't want to be reactive to the world and my environment around me. Most importantly, I want to train myself to be able to place my mind where I want it to be, and so it doesn't jump around like a crazy monkey. So if your mind is drifting now, for everyone whose mind is drifting now, take a full breath in and pull yourself back into the present experience, the present time experience. And that is really the work of the meditator. Sometimes we have to fight for the stillness, for the calm, focused and concentrated mind. Yogis, I will put an official end to this class now, but I can highly recommend for you to stay here a little bit longer, and if you have a couple more minutes, and fully take in that really, blissful moment where it almost seems like all the tension is resolved. The mind is clear, the heart is pure. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. And you can rest here a little bit longer, or I see you.